Hi everybody, this is Jay Lotthammer, Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Eden Prairie. I'm going to tell you today about our hometown celebration in a virtual way. I want to thank you for joining us today. And wow, I see Rick Getcho, our city manager, has tracked me down.
Yeah, Jay, hi. How are you?
Good.
Where is everybody?
You know, Rick, we can't gather people this year. I thought you knew that. Usually 10,000 people will be here for our 4th of July celebration.
Well, that is what I remember, and you're right. We are in a different environment. So what's the plan this year?
Yeah, you know, and I think we should probably blow our cover. It really isn't the 4th of July, because if it was, we'd already have our hair cut. And so we'll be working on that between now and the 4th of July. But also, one of the key things that I think is going to be amazing is our chalk art contest. And that is going to start before the 4th of July. And you will get a chance to come and pick up some bags of chalk, red, white, and blue, maybe another color. Submit it with a hashtag. We'll be judging those, and the winners in the age categories, they get pizza delivered to their house with a fire truck. So that's pretty cool.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
that is impressive.
So Rick, what else do you remember from past 4th of July?
Well, if I look at 4th of July, really, you know, there is, you know, one theme that sticks throughout is community, and all the different groups of people that, you know, you and I see throughout the year, but they're all here. You know, all of our different community groups, in addition to our city staff. You know, obviously your staff, Park and Recreation is a huge part of all this, but you see our elected officials, our police and our fire departments, public works, park maintenance. It's just awesome to see everybody here and the full community. And I know it's going to be different this year, but hopefully next year it'll be back to how it was previously.
We really hope that, and we've talked a lot about why virtual, and we want Eden Prairie to have a unique celebration onto its own. We know people will be in their backyards, on their deck, having a barbecue. We hope you'll get a chance to watch this either that night or before. We're going to have our council members be able to welcome you, give you a greeting, tell you a little bit about what our hometown celebration means and what the 4th of July means. But also on the 4th of July, you'll hear some rumbling in the sky. And that's a chance. Eden Prairie is home to a lot of vintage military aircraft. And they do flyovers on the 4th of July. And we've asked them to do a little more around our city. And so you'll hear that rumbling, you'll be able to look up into the sky, and that's one way that we can commemorate and help celebrate the 4th of July without bringing a lot of people into big groups.
So hopefully you enjoy what we're doing that's a little bit different this year, and happy 4th.
We'll throw you over to some of our council members here. Thanks for watching.
Hello Eden Prairie, this is Brad Aho, council member, wishing you a happy 4th of July. We'll be missing our hometown celebration here at Round Lake Park this year due to COVID-19, but we hope that you'll be back next year. In the meantime, we hope that you enjoy our beautiful park system, and as you can see behind me, Round Lake is open for swimming. So come enjoy the park and do a walk. I know my wife Bev and I have been out walking around Round Lake many evenings this week, and it's been just wonderful. Lots of people out walking and enjoying. So enjoy our parks, stay safe, have a beautiful celebration with your families.
Hi, I'm PG Narayan, one of the city council member in Eden Prairie. Happy July 4th, and just want to wish you a great July 4th. It will be a little bit different from last time. Last year we had close to 15,000 people here, and people playing bingo way out there, drinking beer and hot dog, and as you know, we had a beautiful band playing and the family sitting around in their blankets, and then grand finale of our awesome fireworks. We're gonna miss that this year, but I hope you enjoy spending time with your family and watching this video. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Freiberg with the Eden Prairie City Council, and I want to wish everyone to have a great time at the hometown celebration. I wish I could be there with you. I'm going to miss it. Last year I had a fantastic time calling bingo, and I'm really going to miss that. I hope you all are safe, practicing good social distancing. Have a lot of fun, and hopefully we're going to see you next year. Thank you.
So welcome back, everybody. We're back at Round Lake, and I'm fortunate to be joined by our mayor, City of Eden Prairie Mayor, Ron Case. And Mayor Case has been a part of so many of our past hometown celebrations. I wanted to take the chance to ask him about some of his memories of the years that have gone by.
Absolutely. First, I want to say to everybody how both happy I am to be here today, and I guess sad in many ways, like a lot of us are, that this has been just an amazingly different kind of a year, and so many of us had looked forward to starting with Schooner Days, to 4th of July, to the State Fair, and to family gatherings, and just so many changes that we've had. So it's with some sadness I'm standing here virtually talking to you, but also I'm excited to be here and just glad to be looking at our park being utilized again, and just want to remind all of you to get out and enjoy our amazing park system here in this city. Memories of the past, I love 4th of July, and I think the one or two that stand out in a way, well, several stand out the most. I love Round Lake Park, and I love the big stage up front, and all the memories of being part of that, and actually being on stage occasionally, introducing bands and looking out over the audience and seeing 10,000, 12,000, 14,000 people gathered is just really heartwarming. I mean, it's pretty amazing to get that many people together, and I hope to do that next year, right? All of us, I'm sure, do. But one that sticks out is that one year, in fact, where we're standing right across the street at the high school back in, I want to say 1997, 98, 99, somewhere in there, the high school was under construction, so we didn't have their parking. And so they came to us and told us that, we really can't park everybody. And so our city staff started looking at how we would possibly run 4th of July. And the decision initially was made to cancel the whole event, and brought it back to council. And we looked at that and went, we can't. It's got to be another option. And so they started looking at other venues and found that the mall out in the parking lot was a possibility. And so for 2 straight years, we ran 4th of July up at Eden Prairie Mall, which actually was a lot of fun. It's not as nice as here, and it's just in terms of the venue, 4th of July. But I just will always remember that as just something different. But I think my favorite memory is always just seeing everybody. It's just so many of our friends and neighbors all in one spot. So those are my favorite memories.
Yeah, and I hear that from a lot of people too, when they say you're not going to have the event, and certainly bringing that many people together, it's not healthy and not wise to do this year.
Yeah.
So hopefully it can be back next year.
Hope so.
What's something food-wise you would look forward to? We've usually got some pretty good food vendors, not always.
I don't know, I'm a cheese curd guy.
All right.
And in the Lions Club, I've never been a great beer drinker in my life. And certainly not a beer connoisseur, but it does seem to fit certain times, and I think it fits 4th of July.
I think too, a lot of our community groups like the Lions Club, but other community groups that are here to make some of the bingo and other kinds of events happen, that's really important to our community, their involvement.
It really fills in a lot of the things that the city does an amazing job, you, Jay, being part of running this event. But to have these nonprofit groups and other groups that are filling in those gaps that the city just really can't do it all is really wonderful, and it does make it a community, an all community activity.
So we're also hearing from a lot of people that they're going to be celebrating in their backyard, on their deck, having some small family gatherings for picnics. Any plans for you?
We have 4 adult children, and 3 of them are living in this area, so we'll for sure have them over. We have, I was going to say 4 grandchildren, but as of 30 minutes ago, I now have 5 grandchildren, so I'm sure that that will be the celebration this 4th of July to introduce our new granddaughter to this family. And she's supposed to have a new name, but I'm not sure that it's named yet, so I'll not spoil that one. But so that'll probably be the most excitement this 4th of July.
Yeah, not quite a firecracker baby, but getting
Pretty
close. Yeah. So you've been able to hear from a lot of our council members and now our mayor as a part of this virtual celebration and some of the things that have been happening out in the community leading up to it. We launched our chalk art contest today. The email announcing it went out at 9. We had a submission by 9:30 this morning. So that I think is going to be big. And,
that's great.
We'll try to do our best to put some really nice things together and keep our community active in the meantime. So we hopefully get back here again next 4th of July. Anything else you want to share?
Just we have an amazing park system, as you all know, and it just doesn't happen by accident. So I want to do a big major call out to all of our parks and recreation staff for everything that they do. We really appreciate them and appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I know they appreciate those words. This is a difficult and unusual time for people that are planners, especially to try to figure out what and how to plan in some changing times. So we really appreciate that and look forward to a great 4th.
So Scott Gerber, the fire chief with the City of Eden Prairie, and I got 4 safety tips for you just to think about as we head into this 4th of July holiday weekend. One, lots of people will be out. So as you're driving around in your car, please make sure that you got that seatbelt buckled, because we know that's a really important piece for us as we move around. We also know a lot of people will be out and about in their boats. Make sure you wear that personal flotation device, because it really makes a difference and is helpful for us in the event that there is an emergency. Now, 2 most important things that I end with. One is about being outdoors. It's a great time of year to be outside. We want you to grill and we want you to be outside with family and friends. Great social distancing, but make sure you're careful around that grill. Make sure it's not too close to the house. Make sure it's in a spot where you won't start a fire in another spot. And finally, let me talk a little bit about fireworks. Because as you know, in the state of Minnesota, fireworks are legal as long as they're on the ground. Anything that shoots up in the air is not legal. And in many cases, sparklers are a really common thing that are used by kids. You may not know that over 30% of the injuries that happen from fireworks happen from kids using sparklers. So adults, help make sure that you're around your kids to make sure they're safe. And so with that, 4 things. Be safe, have a great 4th of July.
Thanks, Chief Gerber. That was a great safety tip and helping us stay safe, both the Eden Prairie firefighters, Eden Prairie police. Thanks for what you do to help us stay safe, not just on the 4th of July, but every day of the year as well. We're now going to kick it over to some fireworks on screen, virtually, with some great music. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you've had a great 4th of July, and we really look forward to seeing you back here next year at Round Lake Park.